When a parent is simply absent or present in ways that hurt you, the grief is different. It's maybe formless. You may be grieving someone who's still alive. You might be grieving something you never had, a relationship you needed, didn't get. You might be grieving a version of a relationship you always hoped was possible, even as you knew it wasn't. All of that is real grief, and it counts. One of the most challenging things that I encounter with my clients is that they kind of live in this, and it's hard to describe, this kind of state of hope and wishful thinking. And even if the parent has not showed up for their whole life in a certain way, because they're still alive and they still have a relationship with them, they kind of feel that they're still possible, and they're still often hopeful that that will change. The challenge can be if the person is not actively working on it, the parent, if they're not working on themselves. There's often no real reason to expect change, especially as they get much older. When people get much older, they tend to get more fixed in their ways. So I think that also triggers people a bit when they go to see a parent and spend time with them. Maybe part of them is hoping they'll show up in a different way, be different in some way, and then they're faced with the realization that it's the same. It's typically the same as it's always been. They're getting hurt in the same ways. The parent's behaving in the same way. And this leads to a certain kind of grief that I think is important to talk about and to name. There's another thing I want to talk about directly, which is estrangement.